Good day, my dear students. Through this video, you will be knowing regarding few other socio-religious Reformation movements. In the two previous videos, the discussion was made on Brahma Samaj, Arya Samaj, Prarthana Samaj, Satya Shodhak Samaj, and Aligarh Reformation movement. But in this third video on the lesson Socio-Religious Reformation movements, I am going to discuss on the four institutions, the socio-religious Reformation institutions or movements. They are Sri Ramakrishna Mission, Theosophical Society, Sri Narayana Dharma Paripalana Yogam, and Self-Respect Movement. Sri Ramakrishna Mission, which was very active in the regions of Bengal. The Theosophical Society, it was quite popular and influential in the regions of Tamil Nadu. Sri Narayana Dharma Paripalana Yogam was quite active in the Kerala state, and this self-respect movement, like the Theosophical Society, was quite popular and influential and got a huge following in Tamil Nadu. In the beginning, I would like to have a discussion on Ramakrishna Mission. Ramakrishna Mission. Ramakrishna Mission was an institution founded by Swami Vivekananda in the year 1897 with the aim of translating or implementing the thoughts and messages of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, whom Swami Vivekananda considered as his true guru, true teacher, or Swami Vivekananda regarded Ramakrishna Paramahamsa as an extraordinary soul. It was because after a long search for a suitable teacher or preacher in his life, Swami Vivekananda accepted Ramakrishna Paramahamsa as his true teacher. That in the sense, he discovered such kind of qualities or the spirit hidden in Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa that the abilities or the spirit in Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa could make him a noble student. Say, before accepting Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa as his teacher, In one of the initial visits, Swami Vivekananda had asked Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa whether he had seen God or not. In reply to his question, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa assured him that yes, he did. That in the sense, he had seen God in his life. So that assertion or positivity influenced Swami Vivekananda, and Swami Vivekananda accepted Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa as his teacher. Basically, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was a priest at Kali temple in Calcutta. Being a pious man, Ramakrishna was a true devotee of Kali. He had believed in idol worship. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa stressed upon the paths of attaining salvation, mainly on the path of bhakti and dhyana. Bhakti and dhyana, the two paths of attaining the salvation, are paramount. At the right time, he did not decline the other ways of attaining moksha or salvation. That in the sense, let it be the path of karma, means work, or let it be the path of knowledge. Say, in attaining moksha, say, moksha or salvation, it is a kind of achievement. The salvation or moksha from the circle of birth and death can be attained by following any of the means. Say, by attaining the or by following the path of dhyana, that is meditation, or bhakti, that is devotion, or jnana, say knowledge, or karma, work. By following any of these means, one can attain salvation. But Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa has stressed upon these two paths of attaining salvation, that is dhyana, meditation, and devotion. However, he did not reject or he did not disrespect or decline these two paths. Say, the path of dhyana and karma, knowledge and work. See, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was so spiritual. He attracted large number of people, and a large number of people became his disciples. Say, his thoughts, ideas, beliefs on the philosophy, theology were quite extraordinary. So, to translate or to implement these thoughts and messages of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Swami Vivekananda established Ramakrishna Mission at Belur near Calcutta. Swami Vivekananda, who was a true disciple of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, wanted to bring in force the thoughts and messages of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa in day-to-day life. Swami Vivekananda, right from his childhood, was a noble boy. He had achieved a lot of things right from the early childhood. Say he was a good meditator, a good sportsman. He toured the entire nation for about 5 years and got the right hand experience of social life of the nation. His early name was Narendranath Datta. Studied both Western and Eastern philosophies. And stressed upon the importance of education in one's life. That in the sense, he believed that education has the capacity of transforming a man into a true human being. If the humans are educated, Swami Vivekananda believed that they will aspire for the changes or they themselves will get reformed. Swami Vivekananda tried to establish classless society, having seen the black spots like untouchability, discrimination, poverty, illiteracy, exploitation in the social sphere. He was grieved very much. He declined the superiority of the upper classes over the lower classes. Says Swami Vivekananda stressed upon legal institutions, in the sense maybe any authorities concerned governments or any government institutions. They must make a sincere effort in reforming the society. He asked the people not to follow the Western education blindly. We should not follow the Western values without any reason. Say, Swami Vivekananda asked the people to follow the religion. The people have to follow such a religion which could remove their ignorance or darkness. That in the sense, the aim of religion must be to throw light on the life of the people. In the sense, the religion must aim at removing the ignorance or darkness from the minds of the people. It has to kindle the new spark or the new light in the minds of the people. Say, the religion which does not do this will be of no use, he stated. As regards with humanity, personality, Swami Vivekananda had stressed upon a lot. Say, each human being must keep his individuality. The humanity is above all religions. Religion in front of humanity is nothing, he stated, and stressed upon the harmony of the Hindus and Muslims in India. His lot of thoughts, sayings are like the light of hope even for the millions of young generation. The thoughts like awake, arise, stop not till the goal is reached. Say, if you can't become a star, at least try to become a lamp in your life. At least try to become a lamp in your family. He said, life is, of course, a saying called life is strength, weakness is death. Life is strength, weakness is death. So such kind of number of, still many more to state it. There are too many values written by Swami Vivekananda, and he literally tried to bring in force the thoughts and ideas, the principles of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Swami Vivekananda was sent as a delegate of Hinduism to attend the World Religious Congress held at Chicago in 1893. There, his speech made Hinduism as a very familiar religion to the Westerners. There he stressed upon Hinduism, or he showed that Hinduism is not just a religion, but it is a path of life. And similar such kind of religious congress held at Paris in the 1900 was also attended by Swami Vivekananda. And once he had visited Mysore state during the rule of Chamaraj Vadeyar. On the advice of Swami Vivekananda, Chamaraj Vadeyar 10th, he had opened a school for untouchables then. Say, he was such a person. So through this particular institution called Ramakrishna Mission, Swami Vivekananda tried to bring reformation in the society. He tried to build classless society. And a similar such kind of institution or an organization that was established by H.S. Olcott and Madame Blavatsky was a Theosophical Society. Theosophical Society. Say, this Theosophical Society was founded by Madame Blavatsky and H.S. Olcott, founders. Madame Blavatsky and H.S. Olcott. They founded Theosophical Society at Adhar near Chennai in 1886. The aim of this society, the aim of Theosophical Society was to make comparative study of different religions, philosophies and sciences, and also to discover the hidden spirit among the humans. To discover the hidden spirit and to make comparative study of different religions, philosophies and sciences in the world. Society aimed at finding the solutions to the present problems. In the sense, when the society was established, its aim was to find the solutions or the remedies to then existing socio-religious problems based on the Hindu philosophy or philosophy or religious scriptures. It believed that, Theosophical Society believed that the solution or the remedies for any kind of problems present in the society or in religion are rooted or there in the Indian philosophy. The Theosophical Society became more popular after the arrival of Annie Besant. Her name, Annie Besant's name stands very high as far as her contributions to the field of society as well as freedom struggle is concerned. Annie Besant, who came to India in the year 1893, started to take active role in the Theosophical Society and worked very hard to bring so many reformations or changes in the Indian society, as well as she contributed a lot in the freedom struggle too. She advocated that Indian philosophy was far superior to the Western philosophy. Annie Besant believed that the Hindu philosophy or the Indian philosophy was far superior to the Western philosophy, which was based on materialism. The Western philosophy mainly concentrates, or it was mainly based on materialism, in the sense the worldly life, ಲೌಕಿಕ ಜೀವನಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನೋದು. But the Indian or the Hindu philosophy was mainly based on this what do you say, non-materialistic aspects, ಪಾರಮಾರ್ಥಿಕ ಸಂಗತಿಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ದೈವಿಕ ಸಂಗತಿಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ಧಾರ್ಮಿಕ ಸಂಗತಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಿದೆ. So that is why she accepted Hindu philosophy or the Indian philosophy, the Vedas, Vedantas, the Upanishads and any religious scriptures as true discourses. She was regarded as and she was quite famous as Sc.Socio-Religious. Annie Besant was known as Sc.Socio-Religious. In the sense, most probably because she used to wear the white clothes and she had the depth of the knowledge in the Indian philosophy. After having divorced from her husband, she came to India to serve the society. She took a very active role through this particular Theosophical Society. She translated so many religious books of Hinduism. Say Bhagavad Gita, Vedas, Upanishads were translated into English language. She stressed upon the education for all. Annie Besant stressed upon education for all, so she had opened a number of schools and colleges. very famous one was Central Hindu Banaras College, which was started at Benares in 1898, later came to be known as Hindu Banaras University. Hindu Banaras University in 1916. And Madan Mohan Malviya, another great reformer and educationist of our country, who had contributed a lot in making that Central Hindu Banaras College as a Banaras Hindu University. So, that college, Central Hindu Banaras College, which was founded by an Anabesant, later became a Banaras Hindu University. Anabesant had ran number of periodicals. The most famous among them were Young India, Commonwealth, and this New India, Young India, and Commonwealth were the main periodicals ran by her. She was active in the freedom struggle. She was quite active in the freedom struggle of our country. She stressed upon the need of independence for the Indians. She raised her voice there in England too. And she initiated a Home Rule movement. Home Rule movement. As regards with the Home Rule movement. Of Anabesant, in which she stressed upon the Indians must be given independence so that they can decide their destiny. The Indians should not be ruled further by the foreigners. The British must think of giving independence to the Indians soon. Say, it got a large following and supported by a number of freedom fighters, and there in Tamil Nadu the movement achieved great success. Similar such kind of home rule movement was also initiated by Bal Gangadhar Tilak in Maharashtra. So that was also based on self-rule, home rule in the sense self-ruling, ruling ourselves. Say one home rule movement that was started by Bal Gangadhar Tilak there in Maharashtra, and another home rule movement which was started by this Anabesant in Tamil Nadu are quite famous in the history of India, that too in the history of freedom struggle of our country. Say, this Anabesant was the first woman president of INC, Indian National Congress, and being an active person in the freedom struggle, she can be remembered by the Indians the years to come. Similar, another kind of Reformation movement which was witnessed in Kerala. It was named as Sri Narayana Dharma Paripalana Yoga. In Kerala, another socio-religious Reformation movement that was found a large following. Sri Narayana Dharma Paripalana Yogam, a socio-religious reformation movement witnessed in the state of present Kerala. See, Narayana Dharma Paripalana Yogam. by Sri Narayana Guru became famous. Sri Narayana Guru, who had seen a lot of discrimination and restrictions on the lower classes of the people in Kerala, was pained too much. Having seen such kind of pitiable condition of the untouchables or the lower classes of the people, he tried to bring the changes, drastic changes in the society. Say, the people of lower classes, especially the untouchables, untouchability was practiced very much. The untouchables were not permitted even to walk on the roads, to make use of the water from the public wells or tanks, or to enter the public temples. Still, many more restrictions were imposed on the lower classes of the people by the superior classes there. Along with his companions, Sri Narayana Guru, along with his friends or companions, say Dr. Pallappu and Kumaran Asam, started this movement of bringing equality in the society. Sri Narayana Guru taught the people that there is only one caste. There is only one religion and one God. This principle or this idea was the main principle of this movement or his thoughts. A particular movement called Waiko movement. Waiko movement. It was nothing but a temple entry movement, entering the temple at Waiko. A Waiko movement which was taken place in the year 1924, led by Sri Narayana Guru. There in Waiko, a temple was not allowed. A famous, very ancient temple was not permitted for the lower class of the people to go inside. So, he, with a large number of followers, he undertook a march and entered the temple by breaking the traditions or rigid traditions or rituals, barring the untouchables entering the temples. This movement was even attended by Mahatma Gandhiji and Periyar of Tamil Nadu. So Mahatma Gandhiji and the Periyar, another great reformer of Tamil Nadu, attended the Waiko movement started by this Sri Narayana. So this movement had achieved some great success in Kerala, where there was a lot of inequality, differences, restrictions in the society. But it achieved a lot in bringing the equality or a kind of harmony in the society. Similar such kind of movement, that was the self-respect movement. The self-respect movement which had taken place in the state of Tamil Nadu. Self-respect movement, which also can be called as non-Brahman movement. non-Brahmin movement. The non-Brahmins, the people other than the Brahmins, were very much or highly looked down upon by the superior classes. So, in order to give respect to the lower classes, in order to uplift their condition, in order to recognize the lower classes of the people as the humans, a movement called self-respect movement was initiated by E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar. E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar. E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar was popularly called Periyar in Tamil Nadu. Periyar, with fond of law. The people used to call him as Periyar, a senior person. Say E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar, who was popularly called Periyar, he came out of Congress party in 1925 because the ideologies in Congress party were started to be disliked by him. That in the sense, the Congress party started its traditional mindset of favoring the Varna system that he believed. That in the sense, Congress believed in Varna system or the society with classes. But this Narayana Swami, Ramaswamy Naikar, who disliked such kind of stand of Congress, came out of Congress and established a self-respect league under the Justice Party in the 1926. A new party called Justice Party. Justice Party was started in the year 1927, and under this Justice Party, Self-Respect League was founded through this particular association. He started to bring the changes in the society. That in the sense, he is the condition of the people in Tamil Nadu, especially the lower classes of the people, say the Dravidians, the people who are dark in color, were regarded very inferior to the Oryans. The class of Dravidians or the tribes of Dravids, Dravidian clan or race was regarded as inferior to the tribe of Aryan. So this was not liked by this Ramaswamy Naikar or Periyar. So proving Aryans or the Brahmins as the superior class was highly opposed by him. And regarding the mythological personalities like Rama as the Vedic leader was also declined by Periyar. In the sense, in order to give respect or in order to raise the status of the Dravidian tribe, Periyar stressed upon that the Dravidian tribe was not inferior to any other tribe. So he accepted Ravana, another mythological personality from Ramayana, as the leader of Dravidian race. He opposed Rama as a Vedic leader, accepted Ravana as a Dravidian leader. That in the sense, what all the Brahmins and the Aryans were riding over the lower classes were not humanitarian, and those tribes were going to be far superior, but he declined such kind of developments. Opposed caste and gender based discrimination. Caste and gender based discrimination was not liked by Periyar. He had started an association called Dravida Kalagam, ran a periodical called Justice. Say, through this particular institution, Periyar, say Ramaswamy Naikar, tried very much to bring the changes in the society of Tamil Nadu. So these are all what so many movements or the institutions which were led and established with the aim of removing the black spots from the society or bringing the society on the right path or on the right track. Say, the political liberty, that means attaining the independence from the British, would not have been successful without achieving the social liberty. That means without achieving equality in the society, or without removing such kind of evils from our society. That is why these people like Rajaram Mohan Rai, Swami Dayananda Saraswati, Atmaram Panduranga, Jyotiba Phule, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, Swami Vivekananda, and a result, and still many more people, they tried very much to strike the minds of the people with new ideas, with new thoughts, and advocated what was the need of the hour in India. What was the need of the hour in India? So they supported the Western education, but they did not support the Western education blindly, but with particular concrete reasons. So Indian society, not only these, but later on, so many people like Mahatma Gandhi, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Jagjivan Ram, and still many more people to name. There is a huge list of people who had contributed not only in the field of politics, but also in the field of religion and society. So this is what regarding some of the socio-religious Reformation movements, a lesson which is one of the important one as